I was having a bridal shower. I have bridal showers every once in a while, and had some great people train on this over the years. I don't know if Stephanie Price is on, but she is one of those people. And it's a fun way to get in some different kinds of parties. If you're looking to connect with people in an in-person setting, the bridal showers are a great way to do that. So you can be thinking about those people who maybe are getting married sometime this year. And it's just a different twist. And I've had people do surprise showers where they did the home party. And then when the bride showed up, they said, "Hey, by the way, you get to enjoy all the hostess rewards." So I've done it that way. And normally, though, we know right away the host, she plans everything, and so I start off mailing to the bride, of course, a current mini book lookbook and the product list that Loretta and I designed. So we send that out, and then along with any of the current sales that we know about, so that she can start creating her wish list. And I print out this bridal wish list so that she can go through and put everything on that she's interested in. Once I receive it, then I flip it over and I create a set of labels. And I print these out on actual labels, and this goes around the party, okay? So that guests can see what is on her wish list. So begin with, we get the bride, we get her really excited, and she gets to start picking out the items that she would like to have in her new kitchen. And then at the shower, the bridal shower, I do it a little different than my normal in-home parties. Do it a little fancier even. So I will put in there, I bring a gift for the host, the person who put the shower on it, and then of course the bride. If it's somebody that you know really well, you might want to maybe even give the mother of the bride or the future mother-in-law of the bride a little tiny treasure or something. It's just something to recognize them as part of, the bridal family, right? So just some fun things that you can do. And then sometimes the host, they will do their own bridal shower games, and that's my preference. But I always offer if they would like to do games, they want me to lead some games, then I will do that. And I've done things as simple as having bridal shower word searches on their chairs. So when they come in and sit down, they can start playing with that word search, and they can, do that to pass the time. And then sometimes at the end, I'll pull those out and use them to do drawings to give away some fun gifts. And don't be surprised if at the bridal shower that the people who win gifts, that they don't turn around and give it to the bride. So if you want them to do that, you know, if you don't want them to do that, I should say, then you'll want to at the same time give the bride a duplicate gift. Okay, so maybe you give the bride a snack cup and you give the drawing winner a snack cup, that kind of thing. They may still give it to her and she'll be really excited. This last shower that I did the pass the gift game, which is one of my favorite games to do because it's simple. It takes like 2 minutes. It makes everybody laugh. And in that game, there's actually two lines that have to do with marriage. And one says, "You must be proud of your married life, but you must pass it to the newest wife." So it gets the conversation going about who's been married the shortest amount. And then the other line is, "Please take your time and don't be harried. Give it to the one who is the longest married." And everybody chuckles and they look around and decide who's been married the longest. So it's just a fun way to incorporate a simple game into the bridal theme. So, and then I, of course, pass around that sheet of labels to the part during the party. So if they want to buy the bride a specific gift off her wish list, they can peel that sticker off and put it right onto their order form. And then at the end, they'll check out and they'll pay for that gift. Other people, they prefer to just give money because they know they want to give her $25 or they want to give her $40 or they want to give her $60, whatever the case may be. So we pass a bowl around. Of course, make sure you bring some kind of Tupperware bowl. And you pass that around, and the ladies will put their money in the bowl or they'll pick stuff off of the wish list. I've even seen people do both things. Now, the money is completely anonymous because they're just putting that in. And if they're peeling stuff off the labels and putting that on their order form, then I do leave a copy of that with the bride so that she knows who gave her the measuring cups and spoons, or who gave her her serving center set, or who gave her her canister set, just so she knows who gave her that particular item because that's a nice memory for them as well. And then for the demo part of the party, and I try and keep it pretty short because remember they're there to celebrate the bride and they want to see all their family and friends. So much like my normal in-home parties, I try and keep my demos very short. My parties I try and do in 30 minutes or less because they don't want to stand there and listen to me talk. They want to eat, they want to laugh, they want to chat. They will ask me questions if they want to know more. I'm not leaving, so I try and keep my part very, very short. So I'm going to demo some of the items on her wish list. I always ask her, of course, are there some things that you want me to bring along? Oftentimes, there's modular mates on the list, so I will make sure to bring along one of each size of modular mates, so she is sure that yes, she did want the super ovals and rectangles, and she wasn't thinking, oh no, wait, I really needed the square and the ovals, so that she can see it's the same as what her mom had, because that's what they want, what their mom had. So I bring along modular mates, but then I will oftentimes also bring along the ultra clear because they're so beautiful and they work very well for kitchen organization. And sometimes then they will be like, oh, wait, I want some of those. Or they switch over and they get the ultra clear instead of the squares and ovals if they were picking those on their modular mates. Um, Plus, then I will bring along some of my favorite things that she maybe missed when she was making her wish list. Because my gosh, if she didn't have a Tupperware silicone spatula on her list, she was missing the boat. Everybody needs a Tupperware silicone spatula. In fact, I may even gift her something like that, just as a sign of appreciation and to give her that as her hostess gift because I think everybody should have a Tupperware silicone spatula. I think you should have like three, but she should at least have one. So I will also bring along things that she maybe didn't know she wanted, like the Voila glass. Also, things like the silicone bags, the freezer mates, some of the newer products that maybe she's not as familiar with. And remember, I want the guests at the party to also build their own wish list. So if we stick to the tried and true, they're not going to see anything new. So I want to make sure that I'm bringing things along. For example, I had the little chopper at the bridal shower and I had some baby carrots and I chopped and showed them what it looked like after only 5 pulls. And then I let them play with it as well. Pass the products around, put the products in their hands. That is so incredibly important. So just to have some fun with it and enjoy the sharing of the products. Now, the rewards of the bridal shower, not only is she going to receive hostess gifts on the things that people are buying for themselves, but also on the things that they are buying for her. If they peeled the labels off, she gets credit for all of that. She also gets credit for the cash money that was donated because that's part of the party as well. So let's just say we had $300 in products purchased for her off of her wish list. She had $300 in cash donations that she can now use to purchase the remaining items on her wish list, maybe her half price items, whatever she wants to spend that money on. And then there was an additional $400 worth of orders that people placed. They wanted to get a new snack store. They wanted to get the new silicone bags. They wanted to get the new Wow Pop. So they're also ordering. So when you add all that up, now we have $1,000 party. So she gets $200 in host credits, her 3 half price items, and then her thank you gift and her dating gift. So you see how the bride is just reaping the rewards of absolutely everything. She is getting everything. And my last bride, she just sent me this picture and she said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Look at all of my Tupperware. Thank you so much. And yes, she did add some glass and she did add a chopper. So she was super excited for all of the Tupperware that she was able to receive from her bridal shower, and I have it written down somewhere. She had $793 worth of Tupperware, and she paid $20, guys. Cost her $20. So such a great way to really get a twist on the home party and to help the new brides get started in their kitchen because once they get started with the Tupperware, they're going to continue to build that freezer mate collection, their fridge smart collection, their modular mate collection, and then they're going to want the new stuff as well. So just a very fun way of doing a twist on the home party. So who do you know who's getting married? And maybe they want to do a Tupperware bridal shower.